Grace Gospel Home Educators, and I will be performing for you, He That Winneth Souls is Wise, for Billy Sunday. Soul winning is the simplest and most effective work in the world. Andrew wins Peter. Peter turns around and wins 3,000 at Pentecost. Years ago, a man went into a shoe store in Boston and found a young fellow selling shoes and boots. He talked to him about Jesus Christ and won a prize. The name of that little boy was Dwight L. Moody. Do you know the name of the man who won the prize? I don't suppose there are 5 people in this audience who do. His name was Kimball. God used Kimball to win Moody. He used Moody to win the multitude. Andrew didn't have sense enough to win the multitude, but Peter did. That is the way God works. Oh, I get so sick of people being dead. You have sat around so long you have mildewed. Dear Lord Shasberry gave 65 years of his life, working among the costermongers, the fallen, the submerged, and muds of London, was won to Jesus Christ by a servant girl in his home. He was wavering, going down the line with the gang of young bloods, when his father died. This servant girl, a godly girl, said, "You inherit all the honor and all the wealth that goes with the name of Shasberry. But are you going to a premature grave because of the way you're going, the life you are living, and bring disgrace upon your father's memory and your mother's?" Dear Shasberry, when 18 years of age, fell on his knees and gave his heart to Jesus Christ. When he died, his funeral was the greatest ever held in England, except when King of Canada died. See what she did? She wandered to the Lord, and the Lord took him and used him to win multitudes. I preached out in Salida, Colorado a few years ago. The city lies 8,500 feet on one of the spurs of the Rocky Mountains. There was a woman who sang in the choir. I used to drive them out when they went to speak to somebody about Jesus Christ. One day she came to me and said, "Mr. Sunday, did you speak to my husband about being a Christian?" I said, "Have you spoken to him?" "No." "No, madam, I will not." "Why?" "God wants you to go, and you are trying to sidestep and get me to do it. You go speak to him. If you can't win the prize, then come and tell me. Then I will go." "Well, you have a greater influence on him than I have." "How long have you been married?" 5 years. "I've been in this town for 3 weeks, and it is a compliment for you to say that to me. You have cooked for him, sewed buttons for him, for 5 years. Finally, one night, she came to me and said, "Isn't it hot?" I said to her, "You like to sing in the choir, don't you?" "I love to do that." "You don't like to do personal work, then your idea of serving God is to have things you would like to do, and the things you don't like to do, you let somebody else do. Then you let it go at that, and then you will forget every blessing that ever came to you." One night, I drove her off the platform. Later, I saw her coming down the aisle. Her husband sat on the front seat. She slipped her arm around his neck and whispered something in his ear. He nodded his head, and down the aisle he came. He turned to her and said, "Bess, I've been waiting for weeks for you to ask me that." I was in Colorado Springs not very long ago, and she came to Denver. I said, "How do you do, Mrs. C?" "How do you do?" "Where's Charlie?" "He went to heaven 2 years ago, but he prayed and lived consistently until the hour God called him." "Get out and do something!" "He isn't my boy. That same spirit of letting people go to the devil because they don't eat at your table and you're not married to them. There is too much of that today in the world. He that wins souls is rotten."